The Menorah of Exodus, the discovery in the desert in the heart of the Sinai desert. A team of archaeologists led by Nathan, a specialist in biblical artifacts, uncovered a hidden cave during an expedition. Inside, they found a golden menorah with 7 intricately crafted branches. Inscribed at its base were the words in Hebrew, "I am the light of the world," John 8:12. The menorah appeared untouched by time, and an invisible flame seemed to hover above it, despite the absence of oil or any fuel source. Nathan realized this was the menorah mentioned in Exodus, an artifact that once illuminated Moses' tabernacle. This discovery seemed to be physical evidence of a biblical miracle. The call of the light. That same night, while Nathan studied the menorah in his tent, an intense light filled the space. He heard a voice saying, "Nathan, take this light to my people, for it will reveal the path to those who walk in darkness." Nathan awoke with his heart racing, believing he had dreamt the experience. Yet, when he looked at the menorah, it was glowing softly, casting a golden light that illuminated the entire tent. He decided to share the discovery with the world, but sensed there was more to learn before revealing the artifact. The test in the tabernacle. Following instructions from the scriptures, Nathan and his team recreated a replica of the ancient tabernacle described in Exodus. When they placed the menorah inside, something extraordinary happened. The soft glow intensified, filling the entire space with light as bright as day. Nathan realized the menorah reacted to the spiritual purity of its surroundings. As he and his team prayed, the light grew stronger. When doubts or disputes arose, the light dimmed. The artifact seemed to serve as a direct channel between the divine presence and the human heart. The conflict news of the discovery quickly spread, drawing the attention of governments and private collectors eager to acquire the menorah for profit or display. One night, a group of mercenaries attempted to steal it, but as they touched the menorah, they were blinded by an intense light and fled in terror. Nathan understood the menorah was not just a sacred object, but was also protected by divine power. He resolved to take it to Jerusalem, believing it was the place where its light could shine for the world. The journey to Jerusalem. The journey was fraught with challenges. Nathan and his team faced sandstorms, attacks from groups seeking the menorah, and their own internal doubts. In every moment of peril, Nathan prayed before the menorah, and its light guided them to safety. Upon reaching Jerusalem, they were welcomed by religious leaders and crowds of faithful. Nathan placed the menorah at the center of a great hall on the Temple Mount. When it was lit, a golden light rose into the sky, visible across the entire city. The revelation of the light as the light shone. Many in the crowd began reporting miracles. The sick were healed, the blind regained their sight, and hardened hearts were softened. The light seemed to illuminate not just the physical world, but also reveal spiritual truths within each person. Nathan addressed the crowd. "This light is not mine, but the Lord's. It calls us to leave the darkness and walk in truth. Just as in the Exodus, God still guides his people with his light, the legacy of the menorah." The menorah was entrusted to spiritual leaders in Jerusalem, but its light never faded. It became a symbol of hope and spiritual renewal, drawing pilgrims from all over the world. Nathan dedicated the rest of his life to studying the scriptures and teaching about the meaning of divine light. He believed the menorah was a fragment of eternal glory, a reminder that God remains present and active in the world. To this day, it is said that on nights of celebration, the menorah's light can still be seen illuminating the skies over Jerusalem, a sign that the divine presence never fades.